actually,
Hello, people.
hello everybody. So as I was saying just before we came on air, I think I'm kind of keen to try out some of the variants for Adventure Mark as well. So that might be one worth exploring, like another day
on a future stream.
Once we make some progress with this.
Yeah, we have had a few people go, oh, well, you can be punished by the luck of the draw with the customers, the way the customers come out. It's just like, well, we can change that. We can modify it.
We can work on that. So after playing, well, before we get into the talk, how was we did all this off air? How was your weekend, Michael?
An absolute thrill ride. Actually, I haven't told you everything I did at the weekend. Saturday, on my stream, I was playing a game that I think you will really enjoy because you like your stories and you like your text adventures, or you like the choose your own adventure thing. So I was playing a game called AI Dungeon, which is exactly what you think it is, and it is absolutely wild. It you set it up and it takes no time at all to get things started. It gives you a minor quest. So I was like a rogue in a fantasy world, and it says, "What's your name?" I said, "I'm like." So it says, "Okay, you need to make enough money and then retire," and you just play, and it's like in the traditional sort of like the traditional vibe of like the classic text adventures. But rather than go north or investigate bag or take gold, you can put like full sentences and stuff in. And the game will play and react and then introduce its own little sort of spin-off storylines. And it can get weird, but you can sort of like reel it back in again by undoing and stuff. But I was blown away by how clever it was and how well it worked.
Wow.
But yeah, it's super fun.
And I'm guessing it's learning from you at the same time then.
Yeah, it's learning from me at the same time as it's learning from everybody else who's playing it. And there's a pretty decent sized community that's built up around it. There are specifically created and curated worlds as well that you can jump in. Like some of them are paid services, so if you want to like throw a few quid to the developers and stuff, you can do that. But like the free basic, just here, try it and see what you think, was a really fun experience. So yeah, we did two adventures. One was the adventure of Idle Michael the Rogue, who ended up.
That's a great name for a rogue,
isn't it? Perfectly good name. So they ended up as the emperor of the kingdom, but was then killed, which was sad times at the very end. And then there was the adventures of Max the Dragon, whose only quest was to try and find their one friend. And it was the game kept on like throwing characters at me. And I was finding flaws with them, and then eventually it just like, you know what? Maybe I should have lower standards, or I should just be friends with someone. So I ended up being friends with a ghost boy whose spirit ended up trapped in a load of bottles.
A load of bottles. Okay.
Yeah. And then when I started threatening them, I started smashing the bottles. It's like, don't make me smash these anymore. It's messed up, man. It was messed up. In the best possible way.
So you saw the request from our mutual friend about playing D&D?
I did.
So
our mutual friend, who I assume is going to pop up in the chat at some point in the near future.
I'm tempted to run it, but I also just don't know if I have the time to do that. Hey, Zate.
Zate is here. Welcome. And Ken as well. Ken. Everybody here. So you want to play, but you just don't want to run it.
Well, I can definitely make time to play it. It's whether I would have time to run it, I don't know, unless it was like super improvised. I do now, Ken. Thanks very much.
The packages, that does look very suspicious, by the way. Yeah. It's on the way.
Is that like, when I see stuff like that, I always think of The Gift by the Velvet Underground. Ken, have you posted yourself again? Ken is actually inside the box at the moment, texting us. And
yeah, that's like Ken's wrestling name, Ken the Package Grazer.
Yeah. And if you haven't listened to The Gift, which I'm sure you all have, but go and take a listen.
Yeah, ask your mum and dad. Actually, no, we are basically the stream's virtual dads. So it's like, yeah, just ask us. Mm-hmm. Man, he was like, please have blankets and food on hand when I arrive. Yeah, you're going to get cold in the undercarriage of that aeroplane.
Yeah.
No eating down there, you know. Mm. Oh, man. Sorry, what have you been up to? What other thrills and spills?
Walking mostly, and kind of found a nice route to take, which is quite wooded, and did it on Friday actually for our last stream, and then did it again yesterday when it was very mucky indeed. And then just doing some model making, like really just mundane, like rolling up tiny little balls and sticking them on to make.
But they look really good. So you put a couple of pictures up on Facebook, and I was like, holy crap, those look amazing.
Yeah, so it's kind of coming together well. So yeah, and like it's funny, it's just doing little things like making different shapes. So I don't want loads of like little bowls as kind of fruit and potatoes and stuff. So I was like, I'll roll out some kind of courgette type things, and then cucumber. But I realized they have yam, which is about that size and that shape in Japan. So yeah, it's just they're like, it's really weird. It's kind of really interesting process of saying like, what are little things you can do that just help to bring something to life, you know, and it's doing the minimal amount to create that effect.
Yeah, I imagine it's very satisfying because, you know, I get my creative satisfaction, I guess, from, you know, sitting down with a notepad and scribbling down ideas and working out numbers and balances and stuff. But I would have no sort of like patience, I guess, to be able to do such sort of like small modeling things. It's like I see the stuff that you make in the same way that the stuff that Steph makes. It's just like I have no idea how this magic happens, but I'll happily watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely, for me, I was thinking there's something about creating, which I really enjoy. We need a photo shared to the stream. I don't know where I'm going to find one. Hang on.
I'll pull up Facebook. I can put it on there.
So yeah, just that act of creating something, you know, it's the kick I get from when we publish a game as well, to go, this thing went from a concept to reality is really nice. And I think it's what I like about game development is it's more tactile, say, than video game development. So I realize that's kind of a core part of it.
Give me a second. I have a photo.
Just saying that to my daughter, who turned 17 yesterday. I was kind of saying my day. She does a lot of crafting, and it's always amazing seeing what she creates.
Yeah, dude, these look fantastic. So
yeah, so the boxes are laser cut, and then using the markers to color them in. Excuse me, and then the rest is the kind of rice is literally just wadging in a bit of air drying clay and then stippling it with the edge of something. And what else? Yeah, and then everything else is just like small little balls that I've like, you have to wet your fingers and like roll the clay into the tiniest shape possible. And it's weird because I thought I did small ones and I was like, oh my god, they're like melons. Yes. You know, so I was going like, how do I get smaller, like apples? So I had to go like smaller, and you're literally working with a flake.
You need the so Steph has these light up magnify glasses.
Oh,
you ever see like Orbital play live? Yeah, like it's just those. It's like you need those for the tiny bits.
Oh, actually, so speaking of those glasses, we watched Baby Driver at the weekend with my daughter, my other daughter, and that movie is so good.
Same Driver is great.
The editing in it is just phenomenal, and the music.
The start sequence with all the words and everything popping up on the as he's walking by.
But even the second heist when he's playing the Damned and he starts the music and they delay it and he's like, wait, and he hits play again and it's like, go.
Ken has not seen it. Please see it. It's freaking great.
It's so good.
I think it, despite the fact it's got Kevin Spacey in it, it might be one of my favorite films of all time. But I mean, it just the music, the way the music sort of like interplays with the way that everything is shot. I mean, the soundtrack itself is fantastic. Like John Spencer Blues Explosions, Bell Bottoms has often been played very loudly in our office.
Yeah,
and it's like, it's so good, so good.
Oh, that's interesting, Ken. So, did they recreate that if you were listening to the movie with headphones?
Hang on, what's he saying?
So he's saying that
there's a huge thing with the audio only coming through one side when he only has one earbud in. That doesn't surprise me, the level of sort of like audio detail in that film. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and John Hamm is great in it as well.
John Hamm's good at everything.
Mm-hmm. But that was the first movie I think I saw him in after Mad Men. It was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. This is going to cover the entire thing, so I'll just read it. I watched Baby Driver with headphones, and when John Bernthal pulls the earbud out of Baby's left ear, the music Baby is listening to stopped playing in my left earbud, but continued in my right ear. Then right when Baby puts the earbud back in, the music returns to the left earbud. This happens throughout the movie when he takes one out, although there's only a few scenes. Although there are a few scenes with only one earbud, but both ears playing it. Most notably, when a character takes an earbud and puts it in their own ear. That's, doesn't surprise me. That boy, Edgar, he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he's up to.
I'm still trying to get the girls to watch Attack the Block.
Attack the Block is also good. Rory, Michael got mugged. Did you hear?
So I saw the Zate's comment earlier. So you got sent a mug?
Yeah. And it was like really lovely. And holy crap. Did you see it?
No.
Okay, give me a sec then, I'll show you. I've got to find my own stuff on my own profile. There we go. So yeah, I have no idea who sent this to me. Let me remove that and share screen again.
Mystery fan.
There we go.
So I'm watching at the bottom here to see it loading. Oh wow!
So yeah.
Well, I think you can limit it to the people who took part in IdleCon.
Well, yeah, I know that, but yeah, on the backside of it, there's also like all the games that are listed, all the games that
nice.
Made, and it's just sort of like and it arrived literally just before the stream started on Saturday, and I was like bemused and stunned. I was like, holy crap. So yeah, that was incredibly touching. And I was like, oh. It's like, we need to know who did this. We can't have more competition for Michael's favorite. What?
Well, sorry, Ken, they've just made it to number one until your package arrives, and then you'll kind of, I'm sure, knock everyone out. He's fickle like that.
It's true. Saturday, when Michael wasn't watching stuff like that, I was busy. There's £9 of fun stuff coming, apparently.
Wow.
£7.50 of that is biscuits.
From the States?
No, from Ken's house.
Okay.
So yeah, we shall see how that goes. All right, let's do some testing, y'all. Let's make this magic happen.
So, so we're going to do scenario 4. Even though we don't have it set up in the game, we're going to read off the cards. We have them both in front of us. I was going to suggest one thing, Michael, which is, again, if we have the norm that people carry over 2 cards after beating a session, I suppose this is kind of pandemic. I've just realized that if you lose a scenario, you get to keep an extra memory each time you lose that scenario until you complete it, and then you carry 2 forward.
Okay, so it always resets back down. So if you lost, you would then grab 3. You lost again, you'd grab 4. Basically, anything you can to make it.
So heading into the second, so your first kind of replay or second game of that session, that scenario, you'd have 3 memories. And yeah, just kind of do it that way to help people get through that scenario. Because again, the intention isn't to keep people stuck on a scenario, but we want them to earn their victory.
Yeah. Okay, so we know coming out of scenario number 3, well, at the end of scenario number 3, we would have had 5 clear memories from timeline number 1 and
2.
And from number 2. So that's a total of 10 clear memories that we could take 2 of them forward. Because of course we completed the last scenario. So do you want to choose like 2 to bring through?
Yeah, we have them. We kept them from last week.
Oh, of course, yeah.
In the box. So
all right. So
we have this one, which is he arrived over out of the blue, said it was for old time's sake.
All right. And the other one
is this one here. I just sat there staring at it, thinking, but it's not really.
Okay.
So it's all timeline 1.
All right. So I've grabbed those out. And we begin with those in play. So we'll drop those there.
And I have this scenario, if you want me to read it. Yeah,
go for it.
Okay. So this is called, scenario 4 is Calling Sarah. Before you call, so Billy Duckin, before you call, you've got to understand, it wasn't always bad between me and Sarah. I swear, when she was born, I never felt love like it. Sarah's an only child, just like me. It's a special bond you have. When I was young, I couldn't ever imagine a world where there wasn't just the 3 of us, my ma, my dad, and me. She never came right out and said it, but I always thought Sarah felt the same. So, introduction 2, tell you the truth, there were times I think she held us together, which is too much pressure for a child. So, like, when Leanne went, it all just boiled over. I'm scared even now, as soon as she hears my name, she'll hang up. Maybe if you tell her you do know. Trust us, you tell him. What do you want us to say?
Right, so then we go to setup and rules, like so. And so this has got some extra stuff in it. Do you want to read through those, Rory, as well?
So, do we have that? I don't think we have this in the game.
We do not have a contact tile in here, but we'll proxy it.
Yeah. I think we just do it with the token.
Yeah.
So change the setup. This scenario uses the contact tile, which is, where have I got it? I have it around here somewhere. This one here. Sorry, Zayt, I know this is spoiling everything for you. So this is a token here for when you can call people. And then place the Contact Sarah deck, which is 13 cards, which is these.
No, ones. Not 13 cards. Cards 13 to 19.
Sorry, cards 13 to 19, which are these ones. On the start location, without looking at them. Players start with 12 care tokens between them.
Okay, so we're going to hold one of those.
Yeah. And we're going to get 12 tokens. So actually, it would really help if I started up Steam.
Could be good. Could be an idea. I'll do the tokens, not those.
So yeah. So additional rules: calling. So there's a new action we could take. When you call Sarah, shuffle and reveal a card from the Contact Sarah deck. If the reveal card shows the trash can symbol, Sarah does not answer and the call ends. Remove the card from play. You may try to call again on a future shift. If the reveal card shows tick mark, Sarah answers the call. You've successfully made contact with Sarah. So
Okay. So it's tokens for everybody, which is all good. And then we have our objective, which says, here, I'll do that while you're getting Steam sorted out. Discover some details about Sarah, then make contact. Players must first have 4 of 5 clear memory cards featuring Sarah present in Billy's collective memories. They must then successfully make contact with Sarah. So there are, as we have established, there are 5 different memories. Y'all can't see that super clearly, but we know it's there. There are 5 clear memories that have Sarah in them. 2 of which are in line 2 and 3 of which are in line number 1. So we need to get 4 of those up and running, and then with that done, we can then start using the yellow-backed contact deck, and then we can start trying to get in contact with her. So yeah, this is the introduction of sort of like one of the first mini games in the system.
Yeah.
So yes, that will be cool. Ken would like to be included in the next version of this, where you reach out via radio, so we can do an obscure REM reference saying, "What's the frequency, Kenneth?"
Wah, wah, wah. Okay.
Oh, all right. It's time for more painkillers before we go into this thing.
I'll just shuffle these up. Okay. You want me to start then? While you're taking the pain?
Don't like that. Unpleasant. All right.
Okay. Sorry. Actually, I'm assuming we've got all of our... No, we don't need that one. No. Okay.
All right. We're good to go.
I will send... I think I'll send myself and an assistant. And we will provide 2 care.
Very good. Very noble of you.
I know. So, I will go. And I'll bring an assistant. And then I will take the partial memory.
Okay. Do you want to steer it so we can get a... Oh, well, you've got a 2 already, so that's all right. It's fine.
Yeah. So I wasn't paying attention. And then I'm going to inquire about timeline 1.
All right. Move these out of the way so you got some room.
Should have asked about timeline 2. Well, I couldn't because there's no card. Ah, crap.
It's all right. Nothing happens. It's all good.
Yeah. So, set that back in there. Keep drawing, keep drawing, keep drawing, keep drawing, keep drawing.
Let me tell you about this instead.
Oh my god, yeah, he really doesn't want to talk about it. And then suddenly he opens up. So we get one. We get the next one there. Okay.
Okay, cool. I'll tidy these up.
Okay. So next, oh yeah. So I probably should have asked about more, but I won't.
That's okay.
Okay. So,
all right, so this is going to be me.
You. And I'll send an assistant and have them take a stress, and then they will get a care token.
All right.
You can decide what to do.
I am going to spend one of mine, and I'll spend one of the assistants, which will get a care token back, and I'm going to give it to the assistants because it's useful having a pool there. So that's all good.
Yeah.
All right. So 1 round down.
So really, we're kind of playing to see how this one works, or what's the impact of us starting with 2 cards, whether it's too easy or not.
Because we don't want it to be horrifyingly difficult, but we do want it to still be a challenge.
Hang on. I think I need to flip those cards. Something. Okay.
So I am the boss, and you will see what we got.
Command 2.
Okay, perfect. So that is actually one that we need.
Ones we need.
We know that Sarah is standing next to Billy in that image.
And this is one that we don't need.
Okay. Sneaky. All right. Day number 2. Hey, a sunny, happy day. All right. Well, surprising no one. I'll go to this one, and I will take the memories, but I will steer the conversation.
Okay.
To get something from timeline 1. So push this 3 times. Oh. He says nothing. All right, then I'll spend another one and continue steering for timeline 1. You are kidding me. He says nothing, and that gets trashed.
Okay.
Well, that went well. I'll tell you what. If you won't tell me about other new stuff, you can tell me about timeline 1, regardless.
He really doesn't want to talk to you.
No, he does. So ignore events and get a timeline 1 card. There we go. Perfect. I think I'll hold on to them for a wee bit, just in case. Okay. Number 2. Oh, it's a busy one. All right, I'll jump for this one, and we'll bring in...
If you bring me in, I can actually spend...
Yeah, let's do that then. And I will leave I'll leave the decision down on you, man, if you want to go searching, or if you just want to grab some random.
So I'm going to use the other technique. What does that happen? The one where you can push the conversation. That's kind of cheating here because we'll see what the next card is.
Well, not if you always push the R button. Like if you push the R button to shuffle it, then that'll be like as if that's the bottom card of the deck. So that's fine.
Okay. So I'll do that. So for the first one, I'm going to hit 3 times. And then I'm going to spend 1 to kind of like push the conversation.
Okay.
But he does open up. Yeah, so I do get... oh, no. I just get the next card. So I'm going to have to take that one. Okay. And then that's going to be the next one. And then the third one, I'm going to spend a token to push the conversation. Oh, Paul.
He says nothing.
Nothing. Okay. I'm going to stick them back up in there. And then I will spend... do I want to spend 1? I will, because I can lose that if I have to. I'll ask him about timeline 1.
We need to stop pushing that 3 times.
No, and he doesn't talk. He's really upset.
Okay, then I will ask him.
Hard to talk about Sarah.
1, please. It's going so well. I'm going to hold on to that because we're probably going to do it. Okay, we good? Let's go into the evening. Okay. We'll do our assistant.
You can have me come over and take, or have them take the stress.
How about I have them take the stress? They will lose a token, but then they get the night shift token.
Mm-hmm.
That'll cover that up. Can you move him a couple of spots down, please?
Yeah, 1, 2.
And I'll burden this poor worker, like so.
Yeah, that really was not a great day, I don't think. Wasn't our finest day, Michael.
Not great, but it's what happens when you have me in control of things.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, just speaking of Michael, a friend of ours sent up a belated Christmas present, which was a tea cozy featuring Michael D. Higgins. So now in contrast, the much loved Irish president. So apparently it came from Gogglebox, the TV show. There was a woman who had this hand knitted tea cozy of Michael D. Higgins, and it appeared on Gogglebox. That's what I've heard now. I don't know whether it's true or not.
So what, the Channel 4 Gogglebox, or is there an Irish Gogglebox?
No, there's an Irish one, which apparently is infinitely better.
So folks outside of the UK and Ireland who don't know what Gogglebox is, it's basically watching people watching telly.
Yeah, which I don't watch. Just as a matter of course. So there was this apparently woman on it, and she had handed a tea cozy of Michael D. Higgins, like a really cute one. And apparently it took off, and they started manufacturing them.
Okay.
But hang on. Okay, you sit up, and I'll Google, see if I can find this. Hang on.
Oh man, Michael D. rocking the dial.
He's a very nice man.
Yeah, you've met him, haven't you? So, all right. Well, we've got to do some card reveals. So let me just see if this one is. Well, we have a match, and you've got to do your ones. But we do have a match for one of the Line 1 memories, which is
okay.
Awesome.
So for that, sorry, this is an aside. Can I share my screen very quickly? So that's in there. That's the tea cozies. That's the esteemed Irish president.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, but it does look like him.
It's so funny.
A president for us all, indeed. Michael T. Higgins.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm here for it. That is grand.
Yeah. Sorry, I will unshare that.
There's no dog, and there needs to be.
So subscribe. Cool.
Also, B, that's crocheted, not knitted.
That is true. Okay, let me check. So, memory 1 does not feature Sarah. Features Leanne. And I didn't look at this one. We get to. Oh yeah, that's from down here. Not what we're wanting together. And that one still does not fit. Okay. So it's back to me then.
It's indeed.
Okay, I really have to. Oh, we've no care tokens.
But I have one care token.
Yeah, so I'll maybe send you with an assistant.
Yeah, do you want to send me? I will just cover it for the day.
How do you mean?
If I cover the meds, the physical care, then that's us okay for the day. Then we can just sort of try and focus on getting some more tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll actually bump it back up to 27.
Okay, well then I will. I'll go. And we will. I think I'm going to take 2 care tokens. And then Sorry,
It's going really well for
I'm
you.
just trying to pick one up, yeah. And I'm going to inquire about timeline 1.
Okay. Hey.
Okay, and I think I'll inquire again about timeline 1.
Because we know there's 3 memories on timeline 1 that have Sarah, and 2 on timeline 2. So nothing happens. That's good.
Ignore it. Get that one.
Nice. Okay. Nighttime. Here's the right time.
I get to cover that. And I'll have this. Well, I'll actually do both, right? So I'll take a stress. And I'll lose. Oh, no, it's random. Shoot, I forgot about that.
Well, do you want to send the assistant instead? Because we want this to be like, as best a game as possible.
Okay, well then I would.
So you take the 3.
That's from them. They'll take.
Well, they're going to be going away. So yeah.
We got 2. We gain a care token. Sorry, 1 care token.
So you get the night shift token.
I'm actually going to take 2 more, and I'll give it to the assistant for now. And I'll inquire about timeline 1. You can do it. He really doesn't want to talk. Oh, okay. So
you might have a chance.
Yeah. Come on.
Way to the bottom.
No, yes.
It's good.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So
okay.
I'll type it here. I got no cards, so if you want to start throwing things down onto the.
Okay.
I'll do that. So we have 1 who will not be in tomorrow.
That doesn't go out yet. Oh, that doesn't go out yet. Yeah, so you got that one.
Okay, so we have 2 out of the 4 that we need.
And those 2 are not needed.
Okay. Thrilling stream watching Rory go through a digital deck. Well, you signed up for when you came in. All right. Okay. So we have 2 that we need. This is good. Mm-hmm. All right. Day 4. I'm going to just send an assistant and have them use both tokens.
Okay.
So that is that dealt with. I will hit up this one. And I don't have any tokens, so he'll drop by 1.
Okay.
And I'll take the care token. And then the evening shift. It's a busy one.
Ouch.
All right, so
let me.
Yeah, if I bring you in, can I stress you to lose a card?
Yeah, because there's actually. Let me see. If I group, yeah, one of them.
And by way of recompense, I'll give you the night shift token.
Well, thank you kindly.
Should we just take the other 2 tokens? We can take 1 each.
Yeah.
Builds up a bit of a supply for the next round. I think that'll be okay.
Okay. That's this done.
All right. So we go home.
Nope.
Just grab that token. Whoop. Come here.
No!
What have you done?
They were all about to just.
It doesn't matter. If they fall over, they fall over.
Yeah.
Such is life. Okay.
Okay, next day.
Day 5. And remember, the max is 13 days we have, so.
Yeah, I would go. We haven't even had a chance to color yet.
Well, we're halfway to getting what we need, so it's okay.
Okay, so I think I'll go. I'll
Mhm.
bring an assistant. And I was thinking of the wrong thing.
If it falls over, it's fine. That's Michael's not popular.
I will. I thought we were going to get more cards. I'm going to give him 1 care token.
Okay.
Slow his decline.
Right.
Okay. So this is what I wanted. Michael, I'm going to send you and suggest that you inquire. Not inquire, but focus the conversation, maybe.
Yeah. So I would like to request something from line 1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nothing happens. I'd like to request something from line 1, please. There we go. We got something.
Nope.
I can start thinking about what I'd left behind. Well, we know that's not going to be super useful.
Nope. Okay, and you can't inquire. Okay.
And I can't inquire because I've got no more tokens. Okay.
So I'll cover that one.
Mm-hmm. It also means the assistants get 2 tokens as well.
So I think a care token. And I'm going to ask about timeline 1.
Mm-hmm.
It drops by 1, and we gain a card from timeline 1.
Okay.
And then I will inquire about timeline 1.
You got something. Now, is it the same one you had before? I guess we'll see.
I hope not. Okay, will you do a tidy up and I'll... Oh, yeah, you put yours out.
Well, end of the round. So we've got this is the things we left behind. So that actually sits next to there. And if you want to do your cards, Rory, I'll take over.
So mine was, right until the end, I could never tell her. Okay, so that's when we did need. So that goes there. So the first one doesn't go out. Okay, so I did keep one of them.
Cool. So we're now 3 out of 4.
So I think I lost. I did get back one I had already.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not one of the ones you want.
Okay. Well, that's okay. We're going all right.
So Ken, I want to point out, Billy has said he wants to get in contact with his daughter. So yes, whilst he's kind of like finding it hard to talk about her, and we're helping him by steering him back to that conversation. It's not like we're like shaking him going, "Tell us, old man, tell us."
All right. Well, I think I'll do this one. I always hate just taking 1 token, but for this one, we need it. We need the tokens, I think. So he drops down to 22. Oh, we did not give the assistants their 2 tokens.
Yeah.
So let's make that magic happen. Because I'm going to summon them. I'm going to summon one of them. What do you think? Token and a card? Yeah, I'm going to token and a card. And so here's a question. The memory that you've got, are you allowed to tell me anything about it?
It doesn't. It's not useful.
It is not relevant. Okay, cool. All right, then I am going to.
I think you need to ask about timeline too.
Yeah. No, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to take 2 tokens, and I will then inquire about timeline 2.
Okay.
Hey, well, I'll get something. Okay, so I get a card. I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it again. That gets ignored. All right, here's hoping.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And there we go. All right, now it's time for the last shift of the day. We'll tell you what, how about I send an assistant? They get the night shift token and they spend it immediately.
We gain 2.
So you get 2 bonus ones. All right. So let's see what we get. So I have 3 cards. That's not good. That's not good. Ding, ding, ding. We have a match.
So we've got 4.
So we've now got the 4 that we needed. Yeah.
Okay. So we can start calling now.
Yes. Okay. So got plenty of time. We've got resources available to us. I think it's at this point we should sort of pivot to having the what?
No, it just things not working out properly for me. That's all.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You're okay. Nothing can be broken, Rory. It's all right.
Apart from my heart.
Well, yeah, true.
Okay, there.
Well done. Okay. So, yeah, now we can start calling, which will involve the shuffling of this deck here.
Okay.
Yeah, that goes. All right, man. Let's go. Yikes.
Now that we've brought up the subject of Sarah, he's starting to deteriorate.
Ain't happy about it.
So, and we can do it once, isn't it? You can only call once.
You can only call once per shift.
Yeah.
But you can call multiple times a day as long as you've got the people for it.
And it's not. It's only us. It's only senior nurses. And it accounts as you being assigned to a shift. So, say for looking at this one, essentially we would need 3 if we wanted to do it and call at the same time. Okay. Well, I will cover. I think I'll cover this one with an assistant. And I think I'm going to bring in one of these.
I was going to suggest, would it be an idea to use one of the?
Oh, yeah. Actually, well, yeah. If we do it this way, actually, where, so that's my one. So I'll assign an on-call and a regular one, and they will provide 2
couple of spots.
Yeah, and he'll drop by 2.
Okay.
1, 2.
And then you will.
I'm
going to do a call.
I will assign you. I can't.
So, do you want to have a quick look at that? Does it cost? It doesn't cost me a care token to do it, does it?
No, but it's still an action.
Yeah, I still have to be there to do it. Yeah. Okay, send me on down, and I will. I'll do the thing. All right, so I've got my deck. So as a reminder, there are 7 cards in the deck. One of them is a Says back. I'm back. Did you miss me terribly? I'll take the silence. We're working. All right. So, like I said, there are 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 of them basically have a user busy, so you can't get through to Sarah. But one of them does make contact. All right. So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Yeah, it doesn't cost a care token, right?
Mm-hmm. No. But if I think I could have moved down to do that, but I would have taken stress to do it.
You would have taken stress, yeah. Okay, so we will see what happens. Is this red or is this green? It is red. Okay, so
I'm just going to put you up.
Contact this time.
Hang on, put that back up. I'm going to put you. How do I maximize you on the screen?
Just like that. There you go.
Okay.
So definitely not an iPhone. It's fine. So yeah, Sarah is busy. This card then, because it's got the little trash symbol in the bottom of it, is removed. So next time we call, Rory, do you want to remove one of from your deck as well? So next time we call, we've got a 1 in 6 chance of the call getting through.
Yeah. Okay. So then next shift, I'm not going to send anyone home today. I think we'll need all hands. Okay. I'm going to assign that senior nurse or the on-call.
On-call, yeah.
And they will take a partial memory because I can't provide any care. So it'll go with them. And then I will jump. Yeah, I'll go make that call. Well, I'm going to sign you, actually. Because you don't need to keep those memories.
I don't need to keep them. No. So, I'll tell you, I don't think we need the call token thingy at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, as long as somebody is assigned to underneath, then we know what that means. All right.
So you get to do the call.
Okay, so I've got my deck of cards. And the grand reveal.
Nope.
God damn it, Sarah.
Well, it'd be too easy if you did. Okay. So I don't think I'll be calling her today. This is getting too stressful for Billy. I'm gonna just got my piece.
Oh, we did move him down for the.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh yeah. So you're right. So I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna bring over the other care assistant. I'll gain 1. I'll use the 3 to stop his deterioration.
Okay. Then at least you get 1
back. And I will give that to the assistants.
Okay.
And then they'll gain 2 for the one that isn't.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Let's tidy up.
So I'll put this into play, though it's not really that important at some time. They're gone.
I have the old telecom Aaron thing in my head. Before you get out at all, make that call. Back in the days when we had mobile phones. It's just sort of like, you don't want to travel halfway across to the other side of town.
So discover that they're not there.
Just say they're not there. Just say, well, why don't you call? It's just sort of like, see ya. All right.
Over to you, Michael. So that was another one taken out. Sorry. So we're down to
So
5 cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So 4 red ones, 1 green. All right. The morning shift. It's going very well. Actually, it's not horrible. I mean, it's busy, but we can have the assistants spend them. Well, I'll go complete with my stress. And I'll bring both assistants with me.
Okay, so he'll drop by 1.
Oh. Come back.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to bother trying to call Sarah.
Might not be a good idea.
No.
And we can call Sarah any time because it's nothing to do with Billy's health. Like it doesn't have to be like a good day for him.
Because we're not talking to him, we're nipping over outside to make the call.
All right, I'll do the jump. Guess we'll get a card. Oh, I need to lose one of these, don't I, as well? Because I got stressed. Not that we're going to be going back in and diving for any of them or more, but it's okay. All right, so I get a card. He drops down to 17. And then we get the night shift. That's not horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible.
You're going to take an extra stress?
I guess I kind of have to, don't I?
Which means you can't call Billy then.
I don't really want to bring in the on-call assistant just for that. All right, so it looks like you're going to be on the phone. Just weighed down, so tired. I actually say we let him drop 3 and you take all of the tokens. So you can do calls.
1, 2, 3.
But probably not today.
He's going to drop 1, 2,
3. 3 goes to 14. And then we clean up.
Yeah. How do you...
what?
No, it's just moving between this and Tabletopia. I'm messing up how I'm shift selecting things. It doesn't work here.
No, it does not.
Is it control or...
What are you trying to do?
Like, just select the tokens.
Oh, I just hover over so my hand is over the bit that I want to do. Like, there's an outline around the thing that you actually want to pick up.
But if I want to get the 2 of them...
you can't. I don't think you can.
So do you want to put that partial memory into play?
Yes. Oh, there we go.
That's down, yeah. Wow. They are all... I think that one's from there as well. No.
No, that's a little bit later on.
Oh, yeah.
We do have a lot of left side of the board there.
Okay, let's do this. I can't see which assistant is which. Okay, I'm gonna assign.
Well, send. Oh no, they have tokens, don't they? No, they don't have tokens.
They don't. No, but they're going to gain 1. He's going to drop. Would you like to? Oh no, you can't go call.
But you can.
Yeah.
And you will get a free move as well. So.
But I could also send you home today.
You could.
I think I'll do that.
All right.
I think I'll send you home. And what I will do is I think I will call, and I'm going to bring in the assistant for today, if I have to.
If we need to, yeah.
So, do I gamble?
Yeah, you might as well. You might as well go for it.
Well, no, I'm going to wait until this one, I think.
Okay.
And see. Just as well. I do think I need to bring them in. The other assistant. So really, our focus is on keeping Billy healthy at the moment.
Keeping him alive, and
so we don't need to inquire about memories. It's just getting the time to call. So I can actually use mine to provide the care here. Buff him up by that, because this is the that isn't even really important at the moment. I just need to keep him healthy.
Yeah, we just need to keep him going.
So yeah, I'm not going to do anything for this. I'm going to the next. Yeah. Okay. Grand. Okay, so I'm going to send that assistant there to do that. They'll gain a care token and they'll spend it to bump them back up 1, and then I will go call. So I'll shuffle. Let's see what we get.
It's another red.
She's a hard woman to catch. Okay.
All right. So now the odds are 1 in 4.
1 in 4, but he is deteriorating. We are running out of time.
But we have a bunch of tokens.
I would say this would have been so much more stressful if we didn't have those 2 extra cards at the beginning.
I agree.
Okay, over to you.
All right. Here we go. Sarah, don't lose that number. All right. I'm back. Ever. So
as much as possible, we need the assistants to cover
the
shifts.
So I also need a token, though. So
for what?
To actually make calls?
No.
Oh, no, I don't need a token, do it. Yeah. Okay, so I can have them do that. And they will cover the health. I'll assign to the morning. Just nip out for a quick call. Three, two, 1.
Nope.
God damn it. All right, so we're down to 1 in 3. Okay, so he drops down by 1. We've done that. That's all good. I will have the assistants. That assistant move and take a stress. And have them take 2 tokens.
Yeah. I would suggest then that I go call.
Yeah, because in case I'll use my free move to jump to the night shift. So.
Yeah. And then you can always carry me over as well, then, if need be.
Yeah. All right, so we got a 1 in 3 chance.
Oh, sorry, yes, I need to get the red.
So we got 2 red ones and 1 green.
Nope.
All right, 2 cards left. These odds are terrible, man. All right, so I get my free move up to there.
Oh, I can't call if I get stressed. No, do you know what? Assign me to that.
No, I can just take a stress. It's fine.
No. If you assign me and the assistant.
Yeah, but if I assign you and the assistant, then that means you're not going to be able to do any calls.
Yeah, but you could.
I can. All right, so the assistant is doubly stressed. You are doubly stressed. You get the night shift token. Do you just want to give it to the assistant, or do you want to keep it yourself?
I'll give it to the assistant.
Okay. And then you got to decide what you want to do.
I think I would have them take 2.
Okay. Then I shall jump out and do another phone call. Will this be that one? Who knows? Pick 1 or 2. 1 or 2.
Testing.
1 or 2.
Ken saying 1.
It says 1. One card remains.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, at least we know we are going to be able to do this.
So I've got 2 stress. One of them has to go home.
All right. So you are in control with the world's most helpful assistants. It's fine.
Yeah, there is just 3 of us though. Well, okay, I can.
Yeah, just all 3 of us go onto it to deal with it. And then I can go down, I can take a stress, and I can do the call.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do it another way where we assign them, stress them. So they'll take a second stress. So they're not going to get past today. They'll lose a care token. I will also go because I've got 2 stress. I'm not going to be able to call Sarah. And then we put 1,
2, 3.
2, 3, and gain 1.
And then I go do a phone call. Oh no, there's only 1 card left. Hey chap, pick 1.
Pick 1 or 1.
1 or 1. And just to prove that there are different ones, Sarah, call in progress. So we successfully managed to get through. Success!
Okay.
Glorious success at that.
So, again, continuing with the spoilers. So cover your ears, everybody. So we've completed the objective for scenario 4. Sarah doesn't hang up, although she sounds guarded until you mention some of what Billy has shared with you. How he explained to her the IRA ceasefire. I was only 4, she says. I remember wondering why he was crying if he was so happy. And Stiff Little Fingers gig in the forum. They were great. And his friend Spacer came all the way from Belfast to see them. He and Dad sat up all night drinking and talking. You take her through all that's happened since the medics took Billy off the flight. You tell her Billy really needs family around him. Could she, or maybe Leanne, wait, Mom? She's choking back her tears. He didn't tell you? Typical. She slams the phone down. Take the next card in the narrative deck, a clue to Billy's first regret. You've unlocked scenario 5. Yeah, do you want to flip it over?
Dun, 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 dun. Just on the phone. Yeah, people use landlines. It happens.
She could have just smashed her phone. I think it's more like metaphoric. Just her slamming the phone down.
She threw it on the ground. Say happy birthday to the ground. All right. So that was successful. How do you think it felt?
See, that's the thing. There's not enough tension. I don't think. But again, we had a fairly easy run at the beginning of it. And again, with other players, it might be, for first-time players, I'd say it would be acceptable, considering people find these quite hard.
I mean, we are I mean, we keep saying it. We're relatively experienced players of this, you know, what with us having built the damn thing. It never felt like it was going to get super awful. Let's have a look cards wise. Well, actually, no, there was only 3 days. We were on the 11th day. If we have a look through what we've got here, there was big emergencies at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, did that. I actually think we got pretty lucky with it. And it would have felt more tense if, you know, a couple of those larger emergency cards had come out earlier. But that's just the way the cards fall, literally. I don't know. I think it was fine. Also, we had some dreadful luck with the actual.
Yeah,
drawing.
but I'm kind of glad we did, because otherwise we would have ended the game a lot sooner, like a lot earlier. So I'm kind of glad for that. So that's what I mean. You know, we kept them hovering around here. Yeah. It's one of those things where, again, like kind of balancing stuff out. I almost want to treat those emergency cards as like the drop down in level. But I'm trying to weigh it up against, we have a lot of experience playing this.
I mean, so it would be interesting to see if just how rough it could get if you, started with the 2 memories carried over, but then, anytime an emergency was not fully dealt with, well, just anytime an emergency, it would drop down, like the big slide that we had previously. But yeah, that would be...
Actually, I think that what you've said is pretty interesting. If you don't fully deal with the emergency,
he drops down to the next level.
Yeah.
That could be a thing to try. Like, I think it would make... it would definitely add more peril to the game. Which, yes, at the minute it is
it's
lacking a little.
It's like we tried to make it easier for people on one hand, and then we're like, oh, hang on, let's make it harder.
Well, that's the thing. But for us, we're making it for us, because we played it a lot. We're making it too easy. We're pretty good about the. We're pretty knowledgeable about the management of everything, and when we should be doing A and when we should be doing B. But yeah,
I mean, I'm curious for those watching, because Ken, have you played? You've played Holding On, if I remember correctly, or maybe you've just demoed it. And Robin, have you played Holding On? I'm just curious. I know
Ken has not played. Ken has not played.
Okay. So yeah, it's hard to tell, because we might just be making it look easy.
We make this look good. Well, Robin has played, but not all the way through. So could potentially have some input there.
And Dan played it with. Yeah, hi Dan, welcome.
I played it with you 2 clowns.
I just pictured these 2 like bar doors swinging open as Dan walks in and answers the question,
picks it in, and then runs away again.
So Robin, what we're trying to do is, make the later scenarios a little bit easier by giving players kind of almost like opening memories that they can carry through from previous sessions. The challenge I think we're finding, Michael, is for us it's taking away the threat of the game. Because there hasn't been any real tension in the last couple of games. Oh no, hang on. Having said that, there was the one where we were down to the wire. We lost that one, actually.
Yeah. Like we are still, we are still cutting it fine sometimes. And yeah, we are also getting, pretty lucky in the card draw sometimes. That's okay. Kenda says, I think you guys made it seem easy. Don't think that's okay given your experience with experience with the game. Sorry, I stomached trash last night. That's a lot of pain. It's almost like I would want to throw somebody else who has not played it that much into the thing. I mean, maybe we should say, hey Ken, hey, you wanna come on and do a play and make some terrible decisions and put an old man's life in danger?
Yeah, I think it's worth trying that. And we've also, I'll update the solo rules so I can add it and see if some people want to play that. Because there are rough solo rules available on a Google Doc that I can share with people.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think, do you want to just keep pushing through these then and see? It hasn't made the game. So is the concern as well that makes the game overly easy. I do know if we didn't have them, we would be right to the wire. In terms of getting those 4 memories out would have been a whole lot harder.
I mean, my suggestion would be try scenario 4 again and see what it's like. If an emergency is not fully dealt with, he slips down to the next zone.
Okay.
Or try another scenario and same thing. So you still start with the 2 memories, but yeah, I think starting with the 2 memories is good because it gives you the storyline cohesion that a lot of people were commenting on. Hey, I get to actually bring things from the past that I've learned into the present on this current game. But it does make life that little bit easier, especially, say, for example, where you only need, for scenario 4, all you need is to have 4 clear memories. And if you're starting with 2 partial memories that you know are going to be useful, that's definitely a big boost.
Well, it's the combination of that and being able to keep memories. So that, again, we're not necessarily taking that into account because otherwise there's so many memories that would have gone back into the pot that we'd have to have spent time and care tokens trying to get, which would have resulted in him dropping more. So we've kind of got 2 things that are making the game easier. And again, the fact that we have a partial memory in play in the first round means you can use the inquire action on the first round, which speeds the whole thing up.
Which I'm entirely okay with, because we are always talking about, hey, our games, we want them to make logical sense.
Yeah.
And it makes logical sense to us. Roman's got a question. Is the game easier if you lose because you have knowledge you wouldn't have otherwise?
So it does insofar we're allowing people to carry partial memories over from one scenario to the next. So in this scenario, for example, Robin, a lot of the focus is on the first and the second timeline. So if you didn't know that beforehand, you might just carry 2 random partial memories through to this scenario. But having played it, and if you lost, you would definitely retain 2 partial memories from the first and second timeline, which will make playing it the second time easier, definitely. It doesn't give you extra. I don't think it gives you additional information that makes it too much easier. And I do get what Robin said about Robinson Crusoe, where Ignacy had said try harder.
That's a very Ignacy answer, though.
Yeah. I I always felt like the way we play is probably different to how other people play it, and it's why they possibly find it harder. So Robin's in, is there something that can counterbalance that? Doesn't even matter. So yeah, so one of the things we're talking about, so we're losing a little bit of the tension in the game, and that's where I think, because we're getting to do things a little earlier, we're essentially speeding up the game. So I think by maybe making that change to the emergency cards, that if you don't deal with it, he drops, definitely brings an air of tension that you have to deal with these emergencies when they come up, or there's a significant impact from them. And again, Michael, I keep going back to that thing of like changes we can make without having to change the components of the game, and that's a fairly straightforward one that we could do.
Yeah, I agree. Like at the moment, we have not added or subtracted. Well, we've definitely not added any other components into it, which is just what we needed.
So again,
the flow of the game still feels absolutely fine.
Yeah. So Ken kind of makes an interesting point. It's a balance between a challenging co-op game and telling the story, and not just making it about winning. That's a tough one. It's like, how do we want to keep people moving through the story without just giving them a pass, even if they lose. That's how I kind of feel about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the other option Robin's saying is that we do it where you get to keep one memory between games, and you could do it that way, where we just keep one memory between games, but if you lose, it goes up. You get to keep 2, you get to keep 3.
I mean, we keep us like this is a tightrope that's very, very difficult to balance, because we're also talking about a wider society where if people play your game more than once or twice, then holy crap, then that's fantastic.
Yeah,
and this is a game where like you kind of, to get the whole story, need to play it at least 10 times.
Yeah,
and that's big. That's a big ask for a lot of people.
Well, and I think that's, in the grander scheme of things, keeping people moving through and experiencing the story as close to, in the vein that we're created, which is you earn the narrative as you go through. I think I would, for now, be inclined to keep it at 2, which will keep people moving through it, assuming they're new players.
Yeah,
I think is a sufficient assist.
Yeah, I mean, because you want people to progress at a decent rate. You don't want to completely hold their hand, but you do want them to sort of let go. Okay, I did. You want them to feel good when they manage to do well. You want them to feel a bit of peril. Actually, Robin actually puts a good point there. It is almost like save points. So
that's exactly how we designed. That was our intention when we designed the game, was that you're essentially resetting. So yes, you do. I don't know if it helps you in that game. You might know you need to play slightly differently, I think, is the main thing.
Well, what you would know is, so the first time you play a scenario, you don't know what's required. So because you are asking people, hey, you get to bring 2 memories forward, you don't, like, you're giving them a bit of a clue in the end of scenario text as to what the next scenario is going to be focused on. But they don't, like, we know that you need to bring memory A, memory B over. Yeah. Like, we have that knowledge because we made the game. We know the story, like, intimately. So with that in mind, we know that these 2 memories are the ones to bring through.
Yeah.
If then you have somebody who's experiencing scenario 4 for the first time, they see that this is going to be, this is about someone called Sarah. Okay, well, Sarah's his daughter. Okay, good stuff. They might not pick the right ones. They might completely forget that the daughter's called Sarah. So the memories that they pull out might not necessarily be as interesting or useful for them. There is a huge testing issue.
Yeah,
because we know this game inside and out.
So just the thought struck me as I was reading those things, because it took me a while to allow myself to play easy mode on games. I was like, I read an article a couple of years ago, and the person was saying, "Well, look, if you want to experience the game, I'll play easy mode because that allows me to experience the game rather than getting stuck." I just wish Hollow Knight had an easy mode. So we could. So what I'm thinking is we actually call what we're doing here the story mode of the game.
Okay.
With the emphasis on getting you through the game and experiencing the story. So essentially the version we would have would be the kind of standard or challenging mode, and then we might have allowing to keep, one partial memory. If it's too easy, it's one partial memory going into the next game. And then I would introduce, we'd figure out how to add in the drop in levels based on untreated. It'd be like story mode plus. Kind of hard. Yeah. But the idea is not, I don't want to give people too many options. I think it's kind of like we just say this is a variant, this is story mode, and it's designed to get you through the narrative, or give you an extra assist.
Yeah, and I don't think that is necessarily going to mean that every single person who plays it is going to race through the entire game in exactly 10 plays, because we know what's coming up later. We know that there are more spikes in difficulty coming up. Like scenario 4 is sort of like mid-level difficulty, I'd say. But we know that later stuff, where you have a lot of things to do, where you have to keep so many different plates spinning, we know that is going to be a challenge for players, even if they're experienced players. Like, hell, how long did it take us to beat scenario 10 on standard rules? Freaking long time.
Yeah.
Even with like starting with a couple of memory cards, it's gonna be tricky. Robert says, when you play the base game all the way through, what's the draw to replaying? This is always a question, though.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
There's any more than any other game. I think to some extent there isn't. Once you've gotten the story. Having said that, in terms of like a game that you would introduce to people or play with them, the game is always enjoyable to replay with other people and watch their reaction when they're playing the game. Like if you're playing it with a new audience, I don't necessarily think the same group will sit down and play it again. And again, we're working on the basis that you've played the game a minimum of 10 times, if not more. That's kind of why we made the challenge level a little bit higher with it.
Yeah, it's and again, I go back to the fact that if you get somebody to play your game more than a handful of times, that's quite an impressive thing. Yeah, I don't know if that's right. Robin says that's effectively what you're trying to solve here. I don't know if that is. What we're trying to solve is to get people to go all the way from scenario 1 to scenario 10 in a reasonable expectation of time. Like, we don't want somebody getting stuck on scenario 4, having to play it 7 times, and then them going, this game is too difficult, and hurling it in the bin. we want them to experience the story. We want them to see the changes that happen through the game. Like, they're small changes, they're subtle changes, but you do work out, you do realize that, and it even says it on the back of the box, Billy might not necessarily be telling you the truth all the time. So we want people to unveil those truths. It's just going to, it takes the journey through the scenarios for that to
happen. And for those who haven't played all the way through, there's a weird kind of, there's a kind of looping that happens where people think they know the story. And as they play each scenario, Billy's going to reveal something, or like Sarah's going to reveal something that tells you what you think you're looking. Well, first of all, what you think you're looking at in the cards is your own assumption as to what you're seeing. So there's that one layer of interpretation that happens amongst the players. So then Billy is kind of telling you things that is correcting or clarifying some of the stuff that you're seeing, which brings those cards into more focus. And you kind of need to play the game in the scenarios to get that like correction happening as you go through the game. It's not as impactful if you just like read the cards. It's not going to give you as satisfying an experience as those times of you playing and looking at the cards and seeing how he's reacting to it. And also the kind of the character that emerges by him. Maybe like we have scenarios where in this one, he was really reluctant to talk about Sarah. Like it just organically happens where it was hard to draw the cards. And so our experience of Billy is like, there's something about Sarah that he's finding it hard to talk about, because that's how it's emerged in the game. And we're trying to keep that. So we want people to play the scenarios, but not get frustrated with, you don't want to hand it to them as you automatically win and move on to the next scenario. We want the outcome to be earned. And it's just trying to find that balance of difficulty, that it feels like an earned victory and that they want to go on and play the next scenario.
Yeah, I agree. Which is a challenge.
So let me see. So I'm just reading Robin's comments. It's already invested in the game. So it's like we're finding people who are buying it just to play themselves, so they don't necessarily have a friendship group to play it with, but they want to play through it, and it's just trying to get that level of experience right. I mean, you may, and again, those who are invested in the story will replay it no matter how difficult it is. That is true. That is what's happening. But it's trying to like open the door a little bit wider for more people to experience it. So, I wonder if this is something I kind of feel like we need to take a break from holding on.
I'm okay with
the next one, and even if we just try this off camera, and then if we have a go with, say, Adventure Mart on Friday.
Adventure Mart Friday, that'd be cool.
So, and the idea would be to just, I think one of the things to explore is that idea of managing the flow of customers over the course of the game. And we can look at that.
I agree. That would be a good thing. Because, I kind of need to go lie the heck down.
Okay.
But before that, what's the plan for Wednesday, Rory?
So Wednesday, we have Elizabeth Bose and Anya Myers, I think it is. Sorry, who have collaborated on a number of games that have been published by Haba, amongst other companies. They're incredibly creative. I've known them since the early days of Story Cubes, where they've pitched us like variants based on that. And I'm always fascinated about how they collaborate together. So I wanted to talk to them as designers about how they collaborate with each other. And Elizabeth is also involved in role player So there might be opportunities to ask her some questions about that. Now she's been playtesting, but also is involved in the kind of international sales licensing, or finding distribution partners for it as well. And she's a huge fan of Hostage Negotiator as well.
It will be a good discussion, I think, because anytime we see Elizabeth in real life, it is always fun times. Always fun times. Oh, yeah. Marky Mark, hello. Right, we're just about to finish up, y'all.
Does this mean do we have to put the kettle on?
Well, I mean, thank you all for the raid. We will probably just push the raid on to somebody else, but that is that's such is life. Okay. We hope that you're all doing okay. We've basically been it's a raid wave. Let's just keep riding. Yes, surf it around. We've just basically been tearing the crap out of holding on to try and sort of rebalance for the future.
Yeah.
But
yes. So at least you didn't get any spoilers. That's the important thing.
That's true. That is very
terrible to come in and just as we're reading something really important, like no.
And then they all died. Oh yeah. No. Oh man. Okay. Well, let us do a wrap up. Let's see who we can raid on to. Actually, no, Rory, I think you're going to have to do that because you'll have to log into the Twitch account to send us onwards to somebody.
Oh, hang on. Let me log on to Twitch then.
Which will take me a moment.
Yeah. Remind me how to do it again.
All right. So you go to Twitch. You go to the channel.
The stream chat. Yeah.
You go to the chat. You type /raid, and then we find someone that we actually can go and raid. Let's see who's around.
How about it /?
Yeah. Let's see who in the board game world is doing a thing.
Yeah, it's not giving me an option.
Well, they're so very wrong about games. And board game streams. They're currently live at this moment.
So pick one.
Except on that one currently. Let's go for so very wrong about games. Wait, no. Let's go board game streams. They got 0 viewers at the minute, so why the heck?
And do I do at?
At board game streams, yeah.
Okay. I have a funny feeling it's the wrong way around. So /raid at
board game streams. Then just board game streams, I think.
/raid, no?
/raid board game streams.
Yeah, how come it works for you?
Don't have permissions and not in the editor role.
Yeah, no, it's saying it's doing it. It's raiding board game streams with 4 raiders.
Okay. Cool. So then you just hit the OK
leave.
At the top of the chat.
Yeah, so hit leave.
Yep. And we'll see you later, y'all. See you in a bit.